Hello, everyone. Sunday, March 5th, 2023, at 1:26 p.m. in the afternoon. Well, the video that I'm uploading prior to this one, I don't even know if I'll end up losing subscribers or if people end up getting offended or mad at me for what I said, you know. But, I'm tired of biting my tongue, and have my head be instructed basically to have my head in a stand about everything, because it seemed like um I think it seemed like as if you the moment you take your eyes off of your vigilance with this gang stalking, that's when they succeed at their setups. So that's why I try as best as I could to try to be vigilant to everything. And then our lives are on the line. So um yeah, I wrote a short story last night and I uploaded it this morning. Well, this afternoon, more like, and so I don't remember what time I went. I think I did go to bed at close to midnight. Well, it was like 11:45 that I went to bed last night, and I had to get up a few times in the middle of the night to go pee. And even with the bladder pad, kept getting pee on myself, and with the forced urination and the fluid retention and all. I explained that, but this is my daily documentation, with this targeting. And so the fact of me having three pairs of socks on with my shoes, and I was able to feel my feet being drenched and sweaty because it's been cold throughout the week, except Wednesday. Wednesday here in Cincinnati seemed like it usually be the warmest day. That'd be the lucky day that the temperature can be up in the 70s. I think this past Wednesday I got up to 81 degrees. I think during the day, but then it went from 80 to like 44. The high 80 and low 44. So me constantly being cold, or the weather being mostly cold, and from Sunday was the last time I got to take a shower until Friday. And then the day before yesterday, I had a shower. And then um that relief from cleaning in between my toes and certain areas from going days without being able to shower. And so now, my toes, I think I mentioned last night, it seemed like I've been having difficulty walking around, like to get out of this bed and walk to the bathroom. It's difficult to walk because my the skin on my toes, and in between my toes and on my toes are being split apart every time I walk, every time I try to walk. So every time I try to walk, and it hurts, it's torture really bad. So it's traumatizing. It's really painful. Like, I can't even walk from the bed to the bathroom And I'm like, wow, me not being able to shower for 5 days caused this to happen, where the the skin on my feet and toes are so messed up from the one time I did get to take a shower, that everything is all blistered and um messed up, and it's hard. I can't even walk. And it's excruciating torture pain to try to even walk. And I can't even walk to the bathroom, and then I be them almost totally peed on myself by the time I finally get to the bathroom, and then have to change another bladder pad. So well, I'm glad I have the ingredients to solve the problem. But the thing is, I'm afraid that I would get in some sort of trouble or have to pay extra if the bed gets messed up from coconut oil stains or something like that. But I'm thinking about, like yesterday, I also bought me some baking soda and castor oil, and they said that's supposed to help with the warts on my hands. So I'm thinking about taking a mixture of coconut oil, castor oil, baking soda, and the Himalayan pink salt and bentonite clay, and mix it all together, and then try to um rub it on like all my feet, and then put a couple of black trash bags over my feet to try to get them to heal. I can't even take a bath because of my feet hurting, so bad. Um, I cannot even take a bath because of everything hurt so bad. Can't even trim my nails because of the swelling. I mean, remember I told y'all the other day, because of the swelling in my legs and all that, I had difficult time putting on or switching clothes, changing clothes and stuff. So I can't even go out anywhere or go anywhere today, because if I can't walk to the bathroom, then I can't I can't go out and about. I'm surprised I was able to go out yesterday, but then in the middle of the night the pain got worse. And then it's like between my toes, it's like splitting and cracked and bleeding. So I'm thinking about rubbing the baking soda, salt, and oil and all that on all of my feet. You know, and then my hands with the warts on them. I want to try to rub some on there too. So yeah, it's really scary um suffering through this, and like dealing with the homelessness and the targeting and everything. And then some people talk about how Morgellons or nanotechnology will come out of our feet and stuff. Um, and so I heard about a lot of targeted individuals having Morgellons, you know. And then I heard about doctors gaslighting and lying and saying that you have delusional parasitosis or something like that, you know. So, but anyway, I was tempted to have the cherry pomegranate Trader Joe's brand of Pop Tarts this morning, but I had it last night. Pop Tarts and eggs and milk. So this morning, I didn't have that. I had 2 generous tablespoons of peanut butter with 2 slices of the Ezekiel 4 and 9 bread with 2 tablespoons of honey. And, I had the sandwich and I ate it. And then I had 2 spoonfuls, ingested 2 spoonfuls of coconut oil, and also had me some. I didn't even measure the milk because I just drunk some milk out of the carton. And then I had, I don't know how many, probably like 7 or 8 tablespoons of I didn't even count. I just ate some applesauce. And then I drank the chocolate kids amazing grass that I got that dirt cheap, like 75% off. I got that. I mean, I took like um two two scoopfuls of that. And I'm like, wow, all that made me so full, so stuffed. So for dinner, well, I'm not gonna eat lunch, but I think I woke up at about 10:30. Like I went to bed at about like 11:45, and I think I woke up close to 10:30 this morning. But I kept on having to get up in the middle of the night and use the bathroom. But I guess I'm noticing a little bit of the swelling kind of going down a little bit. By the day, it seems like it's trying to go down a little bit. The swelling from my legs. So so yeah, so I ate breakfast. It was after 11:30 I think when I started eating breakfast. So I'm not gonna eat lunch, and then I'll just have the lasagna for dinner. I'll have the lasagna for dinner. I guess I could just put it in the microwave, and then I'm tempted to have the maple cookies today, but I don't know if I'll have the Trader Joe's brand of um the Rice Crisp. I mean, no, the it's a Trader Joe's version of what seemed like Nestle Crunch, but it's like they said the chocolate is imported from Belgium. I'm like, I know I shouldn't have bought all that sweet stuff, but well, I already got it. So, well, I don't know if I'll have the chocolate or if I'll have the maple cookies. I don't know, but since I got the ginger beer, I might as well drink some of the ginger beer too. Ginger beer, it has no alcohol in it. It doesn't have any alcohol. And it's different. I think it's different from ginger ale, you know. So, but anyway, so I finally got a hotel room and menstruation is gone. But I was on the streets crying out for help, and I think it was Wednesday when they had supposedly had that bad weather, and I tried to ask for help with the hotel room out of bad weather, and nobody really helped me. But I finally, you know, got my own hotel extended stay for a week, and then I got. I mean, as I said, like you know, what I got from Trader Joe's is turned out to be cheaper than eating out every meal. But some people trying to say with the inflation that eating out has become cheaper than buying groceries. So I don't know about that. But me personally, I prefer to buy my own groceries and cook my own food, because even if other people's food might taste better, but I like to be in control of my own food. You know, if you, I mean, I like to control how much water I want to drink, or how much whatever I want to drink, or whatever food I want to eat. I would rather be in control of that rather than other people trying to, how the perps do, half bowl of grits and all that, and then expect you to pay full price because I'm targeted. And they say if a target is viewed as a slave, and they say the slave is viewed as 3/5 of a human, and the target is seen as 3/5 of a human, or less than human. So yeah. So I even if I wanted to, I can't go anywhere today, but I need to get me. I mean, I need to see if the front desk people will let me have more toilet paper. Usually, I thought that they would, but I don't know about this hotel. But I when I would be at certain hotels and motels and stuff, sometimes they'll give you toilet paper. Sometimes the housekeepers or front desk, sometimes they'll be generous enough and let you have toilet paper, and other times they'll give you an attitude and not want to give you toilet paper, or I don't use the shampoo or whatever, but if you needed more toilet paper, soap, or change of towels and stuff like that, they give you an attitude. So when I was in Pensacola, I resorted to just, and that costed me more. It costed me more money to, you know, get my own soap, toilet paper, and I don't use shampoo. I just use the regular soap for my hair. So but sometimes if I'm poor enough and the front desk wouldn't have if the front desk wouldn't have the soap powder for laundry or whatever, I had moments where I had to resort to using the hotel shampoo to wash my doggone clothes. And the clothes, all the odor is gone, you know. So but yeah, it's like trying to, struggling to try to just find unique and creative weird ways to survive. Um so like me using leftover, like for me to have the lasagna today, and then tomorrow, what if I have the rice and pork belly, you know, I mean, if I wash, you know, the container out and then have the rice and pork belly in that same container, and then I didn't have to pay extra for paper plates and stuff. If I'm probably only, I mean, I'd be lucky if I could be here longer than 7 days, you know. But somebody gave me, extra enough for possibly 2 more days, depending on how much it would. If you at certain hotels, like extended stay hotels or motels, the more days you do, the cheaper it is. But the more days you do, the cheaper it is, but not for regular hotels, But so like this is the cheapest, like $1,099 for a month. But too bad I don't get that much though. But I mean, I keep on thinking I'm so much closer and closer to getting a job opportunity, and then nothing, nothing is promised, or that everything just fades away. If I busted my ass to go all the way to Kentucky just to get a drug test and a job in Kentucky, and then be gang stalked on my way there and gang stalked coming back too, and like, well, and I keep on forgetting that this is the reason why employers ain't hiring, why they wouldn't hire me. So I'm sitting here just laying in this bed trying to rest my legs and feet, and you know um I mean, and I feel bad. It's like when I get the urine on myself by accident, then I try to spray it with the rubbing alcohol to reduce the odor and disinfect. So it doesn't look like I'll be able to take a bath today or shower today because of my foot situation. So maybe I mean, I don't know if I use the clay or the salt, but I might just use a mixture of the two oils, like the coconut and castor oil. If I mix the coconut and castor oil, and if I make a mixture of the coconut oil and castor oil, and then you know and also they say add baking soda also as well, add the baking soda too. But I'm worried about the drains, if the drains will clog, or if I would get stains on the bed. That's why I'm scared to do it. you know but I think I might have a possible way to try to think about how to do it. If I just put some of the oil in a few plastic bags, and then, I mean, black bags, and then try to put a certain amount on my feet, and then put my feet inside of different black trash bags and tie them up. That I heard that some people say that's a remedy. Well, I didn't even think to buy any garlic yesterday, like fresh garlic. They said that helps too. If you take it internally, that the garlic help. Or if I was me being, yeah, I didn't even think to get any garlic supplements or nothing. Well, I don't really take garlic supplements, but some people say that if you just um cut up and take a fresh clove of garlic, and then let the compounds activate for 10 minutes, and then swallow it like a pill. I've heard that people Indian from India, they do that they swallow garlic like it's medicine. It is like, you know, the hypocrisies, let thy medicine be thy food and food be thy medicine. Or did I say that reverse? Let the food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. And I heard that, food is supposed to be healing, not making us sick. So if food alone heals you, then you don't need to go to the doctor. So, yeah. And I didn't realize they said that 1 teaspoon of sugar will suppress your immune system for 24 hours. And I be forgetting, But I'm glad they got a lot of healthy um food options out here in Cincinnati. Like a lot of healthy food places here. Like in Pensacola, they have so many bars, or restaurant and bar, like burgers, fries, pizza, gourmet hot dogs, nachos, wings, and stuff like that. And if they do have salads, the salad would be like three or four options, and it would be like romaine lettuce, blue cheese, walnuts, dried cranberries, eggs, and they charge you like $4 if you wanted chicken on it. And of course they worship the damn fake tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. So that's the kind of salad they would have. Like they wouldn't have a salad with like unless they'd be the fancy salads for like nearly $40 if you wanted some arugula and balsamic vinaigrette and dandelion and all that. The fancy rich folk stuff. You know, so yeah, I mean, oh, and my legs are still hurting, and I think they're still swollen up with fluid. The fluid retention. But I was all excited to get the doggone my favorite things at Trader Joe's because I haven't been there in a few years. But yeah, I mean, I bought one pack, which is like four of the ginger beer. You know, I like that. I mean, that nowadays I almost never have it, but if I do, that'd be like the only so-called soda that I would drink. But I don't even have it that often. But I quit Sprite years ago. I don't even remember when I stopped drinking Sprite. And I used to drink Sprite like it was water all the time, almost all the time. I used to drink a lot of Sprite. And the foster mom used to not allow us to drink Coke, but she would drink Coke more than water. But but I don't she never allowed us to drink Coke. But my twin sister used to like to drink Coke, copying off of her. But, flavor wise, Coke ain't nasty, but I like Sprite better, and I like the way the name Sprite sound, you know. But I used to not like Seven Up as much as Sprite. Sprite seemed a little stronger and more tangy, and Seven Up was a little sweeter. But Sierra Mist seemed like it was hardly any flavor, and I didn't never liked Sierra Mist. But I seldom drunk Pepsi. I didn't drink Pepsi that much. But see, when I was in high school, my going to the concession stand and stuff, my thing was always Doritos, Sprite, and Snickers during my teenage years. But every now and then I would have Twix, Kit Kat, Nestle Crunch, or whatever. But my thing was the big thing I used to like was Snickers and Sprite and Doritos. And I always hated Sun Chips growing up. But nowadays, I don't have Sun Chips that often. But if I do, I only like the cheddar cheese flavor, and I find that kind of addictive for some reason. But the other flavors I cannot stand, never did like Sun Chips. And I love the Fritos barbecue flavor twist. Like I love lots of different flavors of barbecue chips. And my favorite years ago, oh man, bold barbecue Doritos. And then for a brief moment, they had some kind of cheesy barbecue Doritos. I love those too. And so then they recently, and I shouldn't be eating, but because of my homeless situation and lack of money, sometimes all I might have the money for is to get something out the snack machine. So a few days ago, I tried this new kind of, I forgot what kind of barbecue Doritos it was, and it came in like a silver or gray bag. And I was disappointed because I'm like, where is the flavor? Like they're stingy with the flavor. Like they're stingy with putting the powder on the Doritos or something. Hardly any flavor, nothing. Like some kind of tangy barbecue Doritos, but that barbecue Doritos, like in a yellow bag with the cheesy barbecue, that was really good. I think that had that in like 2011, 2012 when I was living in Los Angeles, and it didn't last for long. And then they had my senior year in high school was a purple barbecue Doritos in the purple. Barbecue Doritos in the purple bag. That was my favorite bold barbecue Doritos. I remember those. And then they used to have back then. I used to love like chocolate silk Jif peanut butter. I used to love it, but then years later, I tried it. I didn't like it, and I used to love the Sprite remix, like the tropical Sprite remix and Berry Clear Sprite remix, this and that. No, my favorite was the Aruba Jam Sprite remix. But for years, like I tried to eat organic, natural, and healthy, and stay away from that stuff. And then because I'm homeless, like one time, was it last year? Yeah, one time, sometime last year, a few months ago, all I could afford and all that was around was to eat. Like think I had a dollar, like $2 or something, and I had a chicken sandwich from Wendy's, and I felt like crap all day long. You know, can't even. I felt horrible all day, like the same way, the same kind of bad that I felt last week when I ate the when I had the those cup ramen noodles. It made me it made me feel diabetic, or it made me feel like my blood sugar was being messed with, or it just made me feel weird, but due to this, I know they said it's best for our health to not have sweets, and that we should try to detox as much as possible, but I don't do drugs or drink alcohol. But it stemmed from trauma and abuse and that cult and the foster mom's abuse and the childhood and everything. It carried over to adulthood, and then being on those psych medications. I'm not on them no more, but the idea of eating sweet food or junk food to cope with, whatever abuse, and to cope and escape from, the trauma and targeting, you know. So there was a point in time I lost a lot of weight and was doing good, off and on a few times, but sometimes I'm so dirt poor that I'm left in a corner where I have no choice but to um eat $1.35 chips out of the snack machine, because that would be all I have, and I might end up having like $1.47, and then the other 12 cents would be pennies. And so and then once you pop, you can't stop. Like once you eat those chips or whatever, then you'll be craving them again. All because of the one time that you couldn't afford a sandwich or nothing, you know. So yeah, but they say that coconut oil helps lower and stabilize your blood sugar, and you know but yeah, I figured that my immune system is low, and I have the systemic candidiasis, candida, throughout my body. I know I do. And but I never been test positive really for diabetes. You know, but one one of the times when I overdosed on psych medications, attempted suicide, just taking those psych meds alone, overdose. Like they said, psychiatric medications raise your blood sugar and raise your blood pressure too. And that they're not good. It's poison. So yeah, but I'm sitting here just trying to have psychological, mental, and emotional comfort. And then, I can only be comfortable for a few days. And then, you know, can't be too comfortable with getting comfortable because then I have to go back with the discomfort to sometime over the weekend. Maybe I got a couple of extra days. I got help with enough for a couple of extra days to hold me over. I may have to check out of here and go to a regular hotel for 2 days, or maybe they can extend a couple of nights here. Um, I'm not sure. And so then maybe by Sunday or Monday or something, I might end up being close to broke and then back on the streets and struggling and asking for help if I haven't had a job yet landed yet. So well, I don't know if I work on more writing today. I probably should. As work, try to work on some more writing today, and then um what else to do? Trying to work on some more writing today. So I'm gonna go for now, and I need any and all the help I can get. So I'll see y'all.